Good afternoon, race fans. Welcome back to another Ninth Gear broadcast, and tonight we are with the McCullough Motorsports Money Racing, and we are back at Talladega, this time with the Xfinity Series, Kevin.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of Talladega racing lately, a lot of super speedway racing in general, and I don't think this Talladega race with the Xfinity cars is going to be any different. I think we're in for a really good race tonight.
Yeah, I'd have to agree, Kevin, and we got a pretty lengthy grid on the night, Kevin. Right now I'm reading 34 drivers. That's just currently on there. I don't know if we're still waiting on a couple to take the grid right now, but we got a long one if you want to go ahead and get that thing rolling. They're going to be getting ready to take off and start pacing here soon.
Yeah, and how about on your pole tonight? I mean, gets it every single time we see him in one of these races, a good qualifying lap. It's going to be Kyler Wynn. And on his outside is going to be Asher Little, who's looking for some success tonight. Dustin Johnson and Kenny McCullough Jr. is going to be on your second row with Nathan Harper and Logan York on the third row. Your fourth row is going to be Matt Lee and Richard Elliott. Fifth row is going to be Jared Haynes and Kenny Reel. Christopher Carter and John Ward. Mark Vondell and Landon Velicky. Velicky looking for some redemption after last night. Adam Young and Freddie Bassinez. Miles Bagley and Christopher McCullough. Nick Seipel and Axel Smith. Axel Smith on fire right now. Your 10th row is going to be Elijah Palmetter and James Waring. Sean Wiggins and Corey Wright. Brandon Broadfoot and Ethan Eckert. Jonathan Wall and Trevor Aspenoff. Josh McCullough and Sterling Tice. Holy fucking shit, that's a name.
You want to try it?
William Schwindenham. Schwindenhammer?
Schwindenhammer. What a fucking name.
Sean Corbett, Steven Scott, and Ambrose Knievel, and Ron Morris running out what I'm seeing as a 35-car field right now, Luke.
Yeah, and I'm just double-checking here. I'm reading... Let me just see if this is a... I'm reading a lot of guys in the pits right now, Kevin.
Huh.
Not too sure why.
On the track?
24.
Interesting.
Definitely interesting. But we'll see how things go when we take off here. Who knows? Maybe they know something we don't, but we're pacing on around, and we're going to be getting ready to go green this time for the first time this evening. Good looking schemes out here. Kevin, what do you think of the Xfinity cars?
Yeah, I like them. I think the schemes are always a plus for the cars, but as far as performance goes, I think we're in for a good race with them.
These cars in, and we're getting ready to go green out here. We're going across the restart zone, and they're getting close to that Geico restart. Flag is waving, and we're green out here for the first time of the night.
Oh, we're wrecking already. Nick Seipel, he goes around, and the first caution flies.
Yep, Nick Seipel.
Man, it happened fast out here, Luke.
That it did.
55 laps out here, but it only took one for the first incident to come, and it seemed like it was just a botched restart by a couple of the guys.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go back and take a look at that one. That was a very early wreck. Seems like maybe a bit of a funky start there for some of those guys on that inside line. Let's see if we can get a little overhead here and see if we can figure out how that one happened. It happens up front, actually. Hang on. It was right up there, I believe, between the 14 of Jared Haynes. Or the 04? Sorry, maybe? Can't tell. That causes a bit of a stack up and results in Nick Seipel getting loose. Oh, no. Okay, so I see a bunch of the guys are leaving the pits right now. It looks like they're electing to start from the pits. Watch what happens to Nick Seipel here at the end of it. Kenny McCullough gets a nice little shot there. Literally, he didn't even get to cross the checkered for the first time.
Unfortunate for him.
Yeah, and you got a clue what our fuel situation looks like tonight, Kevin, or tire sets?
No, look, I never do.
Well, then, we'll go ahead and take a look. We're looking at a 50% fuel limit and one fast repair on the afternoon. I'm not seeing any sets of tires. I don't imagine they'll need any. It's going to be Kyler Wynn here off the restart with Logan York going to be on his outside.
Pacing around very early out here, Luke. I mean, it really seems like these guys haven't even started the race yet. It seems like it's more of a 51 lap race as opposed to a 55 lap race, minus a couple of unlucky guys so far.
Yeah, just want to take a look here. Where is Kenny? Let's see how he's doing after that ordeal. And he's back in the pits.
Gotta read that it's one faster car on the night though, so could be worse for some of these guys.
Oh, yeah. How's the chat looking tonight, Kevin? I haven't gotten to take a look at it yet.
I don't know. Oh. Well, Stroop's saying it's a German last name. I'd assume he's
I
talking
had the
about
feeling.
Schwindenhammer, but
I had a feeling.
looks like he's reading out, so maybe we won't be talking about him too much.
Not too sure what happened to him. It's quite the last name, but I don't know, maybe some connection issues.
Pace around here though, Luke. I mean, it's going to leave us at about a 50 lap race, so it's not really going to change the dynamic of the race. Aside from the couple guys that were involved in it, Nick, Kenny, and maybe one or two more with a little bit of damage, but nothing significant enough for it to be an issue. It really feels like a fresh start, a clean slate for a lot of these guys.
Yeah, and pace car's gonna be making its way in here this time by. I'm just swatting a fucking gnat.
It's how we're gonna move some guys around. As far as positions go, I don't know if Asher Little took the. I'd imagine he took an EOL on that one because, well, I'm not seeing him up towards the front, and he was second off the volley. So unless he might have opted to start out of the pits with some of the other guys. Because he's riding P13 right now.
And
But
currently
other than
reading.
that, it's like Logan York's up 4 positions.
I'm reading 32 drivers on the track right now still, so.
Yeah, so about 8 of them coming out of the pits there, and unfortunately 1 or 2 of them were caught in that incident despite trying to avoid the main group.
Uh, got a copy, Kevin?
Yeah, you alright?
Yeah, I just. Everything kind of froze up for a second, just came back. I don't know what happened, I'll be honest.
Ooh, well, we're gonna pace around one more time out here. Not exactly sure why, but this car stays out, and one more time around before Kyler Wynn has command once again, with about 49 to go. Any early predictions, Luke?
You know how I feel about the early predictions, Kevin. But let's see. You know, I kind of feel bad now that we're looking at these again because I did not get a chance to go to Bojangles today.
Liar.
Did not get the chance to go.
You're a liar. You're a cheat, Luke.
Oh, my liar.
You said you were gonna go.
Oh, I tried. I just didn't have the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
You
take.
say, liar.
Let's see. I don't know. I think it's a little tough to say here. A little early. I know Axel Smith was running really good last race. A little too early for my liking, Kevin. I'll be honest. I have to wait and see a little more of this one.
That's fair.
Ace car's in, and we're getting ready to go green out here once again, Kevin. A lot of cars on that inside line right now, and we are green out here once again, Kevin. Good jump for Kyler Wynn.
Good launch for Wynn. Not so great launch for the guy behind him. Now, it's Richard Elliott. Gordon going to drop in behind. And he's actually going to come back up and have the lead here on that outside line in front of Kenny Rio.
Good speed on that outside line. Map here. We're seeing that third line getting started. This is the number 8 of Steven Scott. A little off pace there. Going out of turn 4
already
now.
Down a lap as well. Him and Wiggins, you know, both of them not looking too hot right now, but at least Wiggins is in the draft. Steven Scott maybe taking some excessive repairs, not timing exactly out there. Probably hoping another caution flies here soon.
And they're getting that third line working. I mean, tough to see how they can hold it here. Seems pretty good so far. That third line's getting a lot of drivers now.
Yeah, here comes that third line, Luke. It's being pushed by Eckert. I think it's being led by Veliky, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, that's Veliky.
They're really getting it going up there. They've just about caught up to the other guys. Real on the bottom, Logan York on the second, and Richard Elliott. Oh, and Asher Little, I do believe, up there on the fourth.
Fourth line, yep. Fourth line's getting some vehicles now. Thought about it. Grid line's got a lot of drivers right now, Kevin. They're moving.
It seems like they just don't have the coordination right now. Inside 2 have. It seems like they're getting a lot of drivers and they're losing a couple, and they're getting a lot and they're losing a couple. That could change very shortly.
Tyler Wynn leading that second line. They've also got some pretty good speed going. 10 laps through this thing so far, Kevin. Who you got winning this thing?
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hold off. I'm not making
Yeah.
a prediction this early.
Fair enough. Pretty wide most of the way through out here right now. Got a good pace going right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely they do.
This is a beautiful sight to see.
It's very coordinated, you know. It's 3 wide, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like this out here.
Very smooth. Run, Steven Scott, run. Oh! Oh, shit! And they're wrecking in the backfield!
Oh,
Oh, man! They're still wrecking!
It's still going. It looks like the 87s.
I see Kenny involved. Oh, boy. A bit of a nasty one. We kind of saw that one as it came through. That's going to be your second caution of the afternoon.
Yeah, right when I say it was, you know, coordinated and not reckless looking, something happened. I have to go back and find out just exactly what it was. Looks like it was about 4 rows back there. Oh wait, no, it was up on that 3rd line.
Watch the 94 and the 87. Let's see here. All right, we're going to go slow-mo here. Hmm. 94 getting up into the back of the 87, and that just causes a bit of a stack up behind him.
Yeah, John Ward catching a stray on that inside line as well. But he's able to, he sorted it out. He kept it straight and he got through that. Maybe a little side panel damage, but nothing crazy for him.
And the same cannot be said for some of those other drivers, unfortunately. One of those being Kenny McCullough. He's had a rough start to the night. He's had some unfortunate incidents. I see Mark Vondell involved there as well. But, you know, they have their fast repair on the evening, and they're making their way across pit road now, so I imagine we're going to probably see a good number of them now. And here they come.
Yeah, everyone coming in and fueling up at least. Well, not everyone, I should say.
We got
I'd say most of
staying
everyone.
out.
It looks like Ambrose Knievel's going to stay out, as well as nobody, I think, Luke. I think it's just going to be Ambrose. Everyone else staying out is trying to pick up laps out here.
It sure seems that way.
Well, that one kept Steve Scott on the lead lap.
Yeah, and Logan York going to be your leader out of pit road here. He was the leader going in. But Ambrose Knievel on the lead right now. Not too sure if he's going to be making his way in this next time by or if he's going to stay out. many more cautions do you think we're going to see out here tonight, Kevin? Just based off of what we've seen so far.
I mean, so far it hasn't been very promising, Luke. We saw one on the first lap. We got a good little green run, but then we see one here on lap 12. I guess we're going to see about 3 more.
Yeah?
I mean, that's where I'm guessing. I'm not sure, but if I had to take a guess, that's where I'm putting it.
That's a fair line. I like it. I'll be pacing around out here once again. It's going to be lap
Bird
15.
watching. Good to see you. Not quite sure. What you mean? I don't know where James is, but they're probably all exhausted from last night. The old triple header had us all pretty tired this morning.
Did they end up going for the quadruple header or no?
I couldn't tell you. I'll be honest. I went to Slumberville.
I was fast asleep before you sent me that text asking for the 4th race. Definitely had me pretty tired, but not as tired as I was when I woke up this morning, that's for sure.
Oh well. I'll be sure to call the ambulance next time, Luke.
Shut the fuck up, Kevin.
Anyways, I think we're going to be going green this time by, if I'm not mistaken. Very loose field right now, though, Luke.
Yeah, it sure is, Kevin. It's that incident back there has a lot of these guys probably on their toes out here. That was a rough one.
Some of these guys may be trying to get some repairs the natural way, as opposed to some of these guys trying to use their fast repairs early in this one. Pace car is going into turn 3 right now, though, so they have plenty of time.
Getting ready to round turn 4 and get this thing underway once again. You want to take this one, Kevin?
Yeah, pace car comes in here, and it's going to be Ambrose Knievel on a little bit of strategy here on the command on the inside line. We know in the past they've stranded those that are trying to stay out and play the strategy game, so we're going to see if he can hang on and stay up front. Logan York's going to be on his outside as they reach that late restart zone here at Talladega, and we are green here at Talladega with MMS for the 3rd time of the evening. Good jump from the 04 of Ambrose Knievel. He's going to hop down, or stay low, I mean, and look, landing can be suspicious. That outside line's really getting it working. 2's going to drop. It's going to be York and Kyler Wynn. Kenny Reel's going to stay up, and Ethan Eckert's kind of going to get stranded on that top 3rd line.
Amber's falling back down to P4 now. He's losing a bit of speed, but he's behind that inside line now. He's not in a bad spot now. A little shaky there at the lead up there right now. Kenny Reels made his way up there to the front. by 2 most of the way through, all the way back there. Seems like not all the way through. Getting real with some good space now between. Oh, we're under caution. I'm
That's
just.
why.
Yeah, I was about to say what. Very confused. We are under our next caution, Kevin. I'll be honest, I didn't even see it. I have to go back and watch it. Let's see. It happens right in the middle of the pack, it seems. Maybe watch the overhead here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. Capture a little involved in that. Oh, Sean Corbett taking a hard shot there near the end.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh.
Ooh, just can't get enough of that outside wall.
Yeah, and he is no doubt going to be taking a fast repair after that one.
You know, we're 3 cautions in here very early. I'm sure some of these guys are, A, out of their fast repairs, and B, maybe out of their fast repairs and now dealing with damage that they're just going to have to take the natural way.
And it's definitely going to be a tough one out here for him. This is Sean Corbett. We're watching his onboard here in that one. Tries to get low to get out of the way and just... Outside wall. Loving Sean Corbett in that one, that's for sure.
No doubt.
Man. You gonna be able to... Yeah, he's able to drive out of there, though. Jump back alive out here, and just about everyone's in the pits except for Elijah Palmer right now, who likes to stay out.
Can you not say Paul better?
Allmetter, sorry. Let's see when he last took his pit there. 12.
Perhaps thinking we'll have a better opportunity if he, at the rate of cautions he's seen.
Maybe. We've definitely seen quite a bit of pacing out here tonight, Kevin. I know you predicted 3 more. You still stand on that, or?
Well, that put it at 2 more now, I think, and I don't know, maybe even more.
I guess we'll see.
What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, one hopes that they can straighten it up here throughout the last half of this race, but I mean, nothing from what I've seen leads me to believe that, I'll be honest. Pacing around out here one more time before we get ready to get this thing underway once again. Got a prediction yet, Kevin?
Nope. You asked me about 3 laps ago.
Oh, just
Just
figured I'd
a
ask
little
again.
bored. Hey, I get it. A lot of pacing so far tonight, Luke.
Yeah, and it's I think if I had to take a guess here, I mean I'd say the pace car has led the most laps in the afternoon so far.
It's a fair take. I'm pretty sure we paced around about 11 laps so far, so. Chat having some choice words about R&R, and with us being on their payroll, I think we're going to stay indifferent to some of the conversations that's going on there.
Agreed. Regardless, they're going to be going green after these next 2 turns. Once again, out here, it's going to be lap 21 of 55. Elijah Palmet are going to be leading this thing, and Kyler Wynn on his outside. Ace car is in, and we're getting ready to go green once again out here, Kevin. Coming across the trial, we're getting ready to go across that Geico restart. And we are green once again, baby. Once again at Talladega.
Yes, sir. Here we go. Maybe the 4th time's the charm out here, Luke. One can hope. Palmetter's up there trying to hold on to that second line, which doesn't have that much speed. Nathan Harper pushing it, trying to find a way around, I'd imagine. Everyone's dropping into that inside line. And Forrest left to push around the 21 on that outside. They're getting some people now. Logan Yorks came in to help. Inside line, though, led by Kyler Wynn, Kitty Rill, and Freddie Vasquez.
Inside line's looking promising off this restart here. That outside line kind of struggling off the restart, it seems.
Yeah, maybe some blinking towards the back, too. I'm seeing. I'm going to check up one or more of the lines.
Yeah, they're very spread out back there, fully single file most of the way back.
Red line's being picked up by a couple of the guys, it looks like.
And I think that's led by oh, and the front leaders are banking around. They're wrecking across the front. Logan York is sideways.
Oh, and everyone's trying to avoid it. Oh, Harper just went up into the wall as well, trying to avoid it.
Still wrecking.
Still wrecking.
I see a hood just doing somersaults through the grass out there.
We're trying to get down back to pace and speed. Now we're getting into a collection of this one because we saw multiple different instances, multiple different spots trying to avoid that one, Luke.
And it all happened right up there from the front. That's the worst spot for a wreck to happen. I believe it happens between the 21. I believe that's where it starts, maybe. Gets the push from the 34 and just kind of gets a little sideways into the inside line. Rebound shoots him over there to Logan York.
Keep watching Nathan Harper here. He's trying to avoid. Oh, he gets hit by the 21 again. Let's go back and take a look at that again real quick, Luke.
Who do you want to watch here?
Just Harper again.
All right. Let's see if I can find him on here. There it is.
He avoids the initial. But then, he probably thinks he's
out of the clear, and oh no.
And Ethan Eckert really gets the worst of that. But Harper also gets a pretty bad.
Oh,
Eckert again.
There goes the hood.
There it is. I think it's Ethan Eckert's hood.
Oh man. Yet another rough incident, Kevin. With only one fast repair on the evening, these guys got to be worried. And I'm reading right here live. All of them are making their way into the pits now, Kevin. A lot of them.
I'd imagine Nathan Harper's fixing to quit after that one.
Definitely some damaged vehicles here going into the pits, no doubt.
Yeah, some more fast repairs being used now. We're only 24 laps into this one, and I imagine half the field's at least thought about using theirs, so it's gonna start getting interesting out here.
How about John Ward? He's leading this thing now. I think he elected to stay out here. It looks like him. What is that? Corbett, Broadfoot, and Nebel all elected to stay out there. All last pitted around that 17-19 range.
Yeah, they're gonna try to take control of this thing. I'd imagine they don't need fuel at this point, but I mean, it really beats me. I just couldn't tell you. Well, look, based off my prediction, we can only allow for one more caution. We're not even halfway through this race, so I'd imagine there's going to be more than I assumed at the beginning of this one.
I would imagine so, but hey, you never know. They might just straighten it up out of nowhere. Who knows?
True.
We'll just see after another lap of pacing, Kevin. Green this next time by. It'll be lap 26 of 55 out here on the afternoon. Pacing around out here still, and Sean Corbett's going to be leading this thing on the inside line. Ambrose Nebel on his outside.
Yeah, there's a lot of those Dega Pro guys up towards the front right now, Luke, so maybe a little bit of team strategy going into play, trying to take control of this race.
Going green this time by out of the exit of turn 4 here. These cars making its way in.
Sir, we gotta go racing with Knievel and Corbett on the front row. We are green out here. Here we go. Green for the 5th time. Maybe this is the challenge.
Hey, you never know. Sean Corbett with a good jump there off the restart. 3 wide already. too wide up there for the lead right now between Penny Reel and Sean Corbett. And we're under yellow once again.
Oh boy. What's the word, Luke?
Bird, Kevin. I'm reading... Oh, Vondell just took a pit. We're just going to go back and watch it. I can't catch any of it. It looks like it already happened. Oh. Happens right there near the middle of the field. Oh.
16, and I think that's Kyler Wynn to his right.
Adam Young is the number 16.
Yeah, 16 of Adam Young. Getting bumped by Kyler Wynn, and then
Kyler
Nick
Wynn barely
Seipel.
staying out of that. I don't know how
Nick
he didn't get involved there.
Taking the front of that one once again. Getting thrown around a little bit.
Probably a hard hit either way. Once again, Kevin, we're back to spacing.
Yep.
Some of the schemes out here, Kevin. I'm seeing a Menards car. Anything new that we aren't used to seeing? They're all making their way into the pits again, though. Sean Corbett, John Ward, and Richard Elliott all staying out. Just to name a few.
Able to stay in front of the action this time, or those guys up front. I know we've seen some incidents towards the front, but that wasn't one of them, so fortunate for the front runners.
You know, it seems fifth time wasn't the charm, Kevin.
No, maybe not. It's always the sixth.
Maybe six. Suppose we'll see.
Oh, so.
Definitely a rocky start so far, though.
No doubt, it's Saturday night. Maybe these guys had a little bit too much to drink.
Eh, you never know. Pace car once again in the lead out here. It's been back and forth between the lead all night tonight. We spent a lot of time in pit road as well.
36 laps. Yeah. I'm gonna send you my Discord, Jeff. Realistically, if it's only 36 laps, We usually do about 25 bucks. We can work something out. Here is our Discord if you want to make a ticket in it. I can talk to you about our schedule and our openings. I will say, Luke, it's not as exciting up here in the booth when these cars are going 65 miles an hour.
Not particularly, Kevin. I definitely prefer the full throttle racing, but hey, you know, it is what it is. Not all races can be the same out here, and this one's been a rough start for these guys so far, no doubt.
Hey, no problem, brother. Appreciate you coming by.
John Ward now making his way up there to contention.
Yeah, and, you know, him and his team's been up there, kind of controlling the past two cautions, but I mean, I don't know how much controlling it's really been, as opposed to them just staying in front of the cautions and, you know, pacing.
And speaking of pacing, they're done doing it. They're getting ready to go green out here once again. Is sixth time the charm? They're getting ready to approach the Geico restart. There they are, and we are green once again tonight. Sean Corbett with a good jump. John Ward making up speed. He now shuffles down to the inside line. That leaves the outside for Kenny McCullough.
Yeah, you know, Kenny McCullough, he had some tough breaks here early in this one, but he's found his way back to the front, and he's ready to contend with some of the guys that he's raced with the longest time, the Dega Pros fellas.
3 wide now for the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, and here comes Kenny Real on that top line. Both the Kennys up there and Sean Corbett on the bottom. .25 to go.
They're 3 wide about 5 or 6 rows through. And we're racing now, Kevin.
Do we have a read on how many of these guys are, you know, in the main pack? Is it 27? Is that what I'm seeing? Is that correct?
I believe so, yes.
26.
26.
26. So we started with 32. So about 6 of these guys have fallen to incidents despite having a faster pace. There's Love losing a little bit of speed. Kenny Reel's getting stranded a little up there. In company, but right when I say that, they pick it back up. A very you know, wobbly 3 wide. I'd imagine a 4th line isn't going to be picked up through sheer terror and fear of
Another caution.
getting thrown into the wall. Yep.
Yeah. But who knows? The laps start to wind down. We might see something else. Sean Corbett now transferring up to that second line. That's going to leave the inside for John Ward. Getting a lot of speed, led by Kenny Real.
Yeah, Freddie Bassett is pushing him all the way to the front. He was maybe clear there for a second on Sean Corbett, but opted to stay up there, and probably the smart decision, so we can stay green for a little while out here.
McCullough now leading that third line. He had a bit of a rough start there. He was involved in a couple incidents, but he's made his way back up there to the front. And I'm seeing another caution, Kevin.
Oh boy, number 6. Here we go.
Oh! It's the guys in the back.
Yeah, it's not just one or two of them, Luke. I see Axel Smith, maybe his luck is running a little bit dry. Maybe that's Axel Smith. I might be wrong.
Regardless, let's go back and watch that one. That fourth line getting creative, Kevin. Gets squeezed a little too tight.
Not exactly how I said that one would go.
Just about.
Ethan Eckert gets into it. Axel Smith gets into it.
Unfortunate there, and we are
number 6.
Yeah, we are back to pacing out here, Kevin. Sean Corbett leading this thing one more time out here. John Ward as well up there near the front. Seems going to be a pretty similar front row restart here, but obviously some of the guys in the back are going to be differentiated just a little bit. But when it rains, it pours, I suppose, out here for the caution limit tonight. But they're all making their way in once again. Who's going to be the first out? Ambrose Nebel staying out, though. It looks like he might be... Oh, he's just staying out. It's going to be Richard Elliott, though, on the way out of pit road. He's won that race. Going to be about 18 laps to go when we go green out here, and the rate this thing has been, I think we might see a couple more cautions out here before we approach the end of this race. Ambrose Nebel making his way in.
Yeah, Luke, you excited for the All-Star race tomorrow?
That I am, Kevin. What about you?
Yeah. Maybe a little less excited than a normal week in NASCAR, but I think it'll be a good time.
Fair enough. Pacing around out here for one more lap. It's going to be 18 to go out here when we go green. And Richard Elliott leading this thing with Kenny McCullough on his outside.
I think I got my fill of North Wilkesboro last night, Luke.
Kevin, I can't lie to you. It sounds like you're talking through a fucking fishbowl.
Sounds like I'm talking.
There you are.
Still?
It's better now.
Well,
I don't
that's
know what
odd
that
because I
was.
didn't do anything.
Yeah, it sounded like you were talking out of a fishbowl there for a second. I don't quite know why, but we're all good now.
Well, I was gonna say I think I got my fill of North Wilkesboro last night.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed, but, you know, always fun to watch NASCAR.
I know last year at this race, your guy Kyle Busch got into some trouble.
You know, he tends to do that sometimes, I've noticed.
Every once in a while.
They're around in turn 4, and is seventh time the charm tonight.
Nope.
As it's going to be 18 to go. You want this one, Kevin?
Yeah, sure. How about Richard Elliott and Kenny McCullough, some veterans, up on the front row being pushed by Freddie Rastinez and John Ward. As we go around the tri-oval, we're pacing around, and they are now green. Up through the goons they go. Two by two all the way through. Richard Elliott, very odd number he has on his paint scheme. Very hard to make out.
000 is what it reads for me.
Pretty cool.
But
Doesn't look much like that.
either way, neat looking scheme though, either way.
Yeah.
Got a 0 with a skull in it, that's pretty damn cool. But they're racing hard up there for the lead. Third line's starting to get some guys starting now. They're starting to try to get it formed. Third line doesn't quite have the cars yet, but they're still gaining some speed. A couple of other guys swapping up there now, and as soon as I say they don't, they now do have a lot of cars. They're no doubt going to be gaining some speed here pretty quickly. Kenny McCullough now settling down in the first place. Two different lead commissioners side by side now for the lead. That's John Ward and Kenny McCullough.
You got two of Money Racing's finest up there battling it out.
John settles in front of Kenny McCullough. Now Matt Lee and Landon Veliky leading the second, third line.
Oh!
And the 11th getting loose.
Real.
Goes up there to the high line. That's Kenny Real. They hold it together, though, it seems. And boy, that looks scary there for a second, Kevin.
I thought for sure that was going to be the loose outlet.
I got to agree, but they seem to hold it together there, and they're still 3 wide. Third line definitely lost a lot of momentum from that, though, that's for sure. Oh, and the 14th getting loose.
Oh, Howard, what
Oh, we're wrecking hard.
He goes back down, and oh, the big one again.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Asher Little, yeah, I think that is Asher Little.
Oh.
Oh, just can't catch a break.
Sandwiched. Goodness. Well, like I said earlier, Kevin, when it rains, it pours.
Number 7 flies.
back and watch this one. Let's go ahead and go to the blimp overhead here and see if we can get a view of this one. Oh boy, yeah, we're gonna go chopper, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so hard to make it through these incidents.
Especially when you have this many guys involved, and when it happens that close to the front, it's
Who was that bright
definitely
green
a
car
scramble.
back in the back that just kept getting destroyed?
Uh, Good joke, Kevin, and getting ready to go through turn one. Here, let's see. We're bumping around up there near the front. Number 14, I think, gets up to the 62. That just causes all of them to collect.
Right there, like the 18 that red maybe?
18, you said?
Possibly.
Uh,
It was whatever car was getting sandwiched.
'18 right here. Brandon Broadfoot. He's the number 22 for us.
Yeah, Brandon Broadfoot then definitely not the luckiest individual there on that incident, as I think he got hit by about half a dozen cars.
Yeah, I think so too, and definitely unfortunate, but the show must go on. Seeing a handful of the guys making their way into the pits, no surprise there.
Seems like the guys up towards the front, though, as of late at least, are the ones that have been avoiding the incidents.
Yeah, but the incidents have been up front, so I mean the story's going to be who can stay out of it, as they just seem to keep on coming. No signs of stopping.
True. Yeah, and Luke, the number just keeps getting lower and lower. It looks like right now we have about 21 in the main pack.
Definitely dwindling, Kevin. One fast repair on the night, and the amount of cautions we've had, I'm surprised this many still stands, I'll be honest. Definitely a lot of laps led by the pace car out here so far this afternoon, and pace man's definitely getting his working in, that's for sure.
Yeah, pace car might have to go into the pits this time and get refueled, Luke.
And they're going around the backstretch now. John Ward and Matt Lee going to be leading this thing. Pacing around through here, Kevin. We're getting ready to go green this time by, I believe, and it's going to be 11 laps to go out here. Matt Lee leading this thing on the inside, John Ward on the outside. These cars in going through the dry oval now.
Yeah, here we go, Luke. Maybe this is the last one. I mean, the laps are definitely dwindling. We don't have much racing left regardless. This could be the last time we have to make this call.
You never know, but we are green once again. The flag's waving. And off we go. File all the way through. Third line getting started though. John Ward shuffling down to the inside.
Yeah, John Ward up there in control now. Not the first time we've seen it. He's working the inside line, but here comes Kenny McCullough. McCullough on the lead. He's going to drop down in front of John Ward. Here comes Freddie Bastidas, though. On that second line, he's being pushed by Logan York, who's found his way back to the front. After, using... We know he's used his fast repair at least. You big Excel fan?
It's useful. I use it for work. It's not awful. I'm getting used to it.
Not a big fan myself.
Yeah, it's growing on me. I'll put it that way. Freddie Bastidas.
Oh
boy, that was almost
a little awkward. Yeah.
A little shaky.
About coming back down, but I'm sure can he close that one up?
Under 10 to go now. Third line's starting to pick up some speed.
Here comes this third line, though, Luke. It's led by teammates Miles Bagley and Asher Little. Nick Seipel up there, too, who's kind of been beat around all day. He's got a car well enough to stay in the pace and definitely going to try to put some work in up there on that third line.
Yeah, no doubt. And they're starting to gain some speed now. Inside line definitely has it going right now, though.
Oh, and they're bumping around a little bit on that second line.
Oh, and they're wrecking in the third line. 8 cars in the wall.
Steve Scott, hard.
Oh my god! Who the hell was that? Is it the 97?
Maybe Axel Smith?
Holy fucking shit. Joshua McCullough can't see a damn thing.
No.
He's driving blind right now.
Peeking his head out the window and shit.
Holy hell. I mean, I saw a car absolutely flying.
I think it was Axel.
Axel, yep. I hate to say it, Kevin, but it seems like every time that fourth line's peaked at.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just destroyed.
Man. That was a hard hit for Axel Smith. He's heading into the pits. Josh McCullough definitely still can't see a damn thing.
You want to go on board with Josh McCullough there?
Yeah, let's see what he can see.
Whole lot of fuck all, I think, Luke.
Oh yeah, and there's no doubt he's just trying to make it into the pits now.
See if he can find his box. I'm
Listen
sure
to his
he's
spotter,
listening to a small-
probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and it goes down and he stops at least.
Oh, that's good. Kenny
Well,
McCullough leading this thing.
Numero 8 out here with McCullough Motorsports Money Racing.
Freddie Bassin is still hanging tight in this thing.
Yes, so are we, Jess. We sit here and watch a video game all evening and never really gets old, so I'd say we're pretty easily amused as well.
Oh yeah.
It's always something new, though. No
Sure
doubt.
is. Never the same. Never do know what to expect out here every night, and I definitely didn't expect this tonight, that's for sure.
Right off the get-go, Luke. I mean, lap 1. I mean, right at the start-finish line, we had our first caution. And it's never really calmed down from there.
Cool. It started early, and it's been pouring ever since. I think they're gonna go green next time by. Yeah. Andy McCullough's got to be pretty happy though. He had a rough start to the race there. He was involved in a couple of them early on, but he's hanging tight up there and he's leading this thing now. So he's got to be pretty happy with where he's sitting now.
Well, Freddie, I put a little bit more of a professional twist on the question or on the poll you requested. So, what do you think, Luke? New poll up. What's your guess going to be?
Oh, I don't know. Take the over.
Taking the over, going with those, McCulloughs, Ward.
Yep, taking the over.
I don't know how old half these guys are. Some of these guys I've never even talked to. Some Corbett's isn't the over. Landon's beats me. Landon sounds pretty close to about the line.
It's definitely a tough read, but I'm going to take the over on it. What about you?
I don't know. I mean, Freddie's looking pretty fast so far.
He does every night.
I think Logan York's under. I'll take the over as well, Luke. I like the over.
Yep, felt the same way.
Freddie asking us, though, messaging in our chat from the pole position as he's pacing around.
I think Kenny technically takes the pole position. It looks like he's maybe opting for the high line, I think. At least that's how it sat while we were pacing around out there.
I'm going to assume you're correct there. Pace car's in, and it's going to be Kenny McCullough on the top now. Command. Front row of him and Freddie Bassinez. And we, for the 9th time, are green out here at Talladega. Because it's probably getting pretty dark.
4 to
5 to
go.
go. 4 to go. Well, that's right.
Bit of separation
And
there
he'll-
from the fifth row back.
Yeah, it looks like the young guys are on that inside line, and the more matured guys are on the outside line. But as I say that, Logan York hops up top. He's got some speed. Kenny's pushing him down the backstretch. He's going to be a half car length ahead of Freddie Bassett as they head into turns 3 and 4.
Freddie Bassett still leading that inside line.
Yeah, we're 3 to go this time by. Ready to go around a couple more times and bring up that white flag.
The laps dwindle down out here, Kevin. We see 3 wide right now. Will we see more? John Ward looking at the third line. He's going to be leading. And it's looking squirrely.
Squirrely, yeah.
Holding it together, though.
Yeah. Not only are they holding it together, but they seem to have a stride now. They got about 5 cars up there. I imagine you're going to get some speed here very shortly. Freddie Bassett controlling that second line. Sean Corbett controlling the inside. Third line just can't seem to figure it out, Luke. It looks like Kenny's going to come up onto it. That's definitely going to help their case, as they're going to get more speed, more cars up there. A hard push from John Ward into Kenny McCullough, but that's what it's going to have to take, because we're at 2 to go right now, Luke.
White flag next time by, Kevin, and it's getting intense out here. They're 3 wide, and that third line's starting to catch up with the leaders now. We might see a 3 wide finish out here for the lead.
And that third line, a couple dangerous pushes up there. I see some wobbling around, but regardless, they got some speed now.
Yeah, they're trying to make anything they can work.
Yeah, they're up there. They're putting themselves in a position to...
hard into the wall! That's Nick
hard into
Seipel!
the wall. That's going to kill the speed of the top line.
It's just the 2, it seems. Will we see the white flag? They're going through the tri-oval. Nick Seipel's fucking backwards. Still green. White flag
is out.
I believe Kyler Wynn was involved in that as well.
Yeah, that top line only has 3 cars now. They lost a couple of their guys up there. It's like the inside, led by Logan York and Freddie Bassett, as the YNs of sorts. Down
They're
there,
going through the backstretch.
Going across the backstretch for the last time, no matter what here.
Richard Elliott leading the second line now. Logan York on the inside. They're going to be at each other's doors. Logan York comes up into him a little bit.
Oh, no.
He gets stranded on the high line, and he's going to lose a lot of speed. They're fanning out. They're wrecking like shit across the tri-oval. Oh, my God, the 7's flying through the fucking air. Logan York's leading this thing. Freddie looking for the pass on the outside, but Sean Corbett on the inside. Oh, my God.
Logan York by less than 100th of a second.
Oh, my God. What a finish. We're going to have to break that down, because we saw all sorts of wrecking there right before the end, Kevin. Holy shit.
Yeah,
what a win for Logan York.
There, because Logan York barely hangs on to that one.
But as it stands, Logan York, your race winner right now. So we're waiting on all the unofficials to come through. We'll take a look back at that replay once he makes his way around and hits those victory shitties. Man, that one looked like a nail-biter there for the end, Kevin. Opt for the fast approach.
How old is Logan York, Freddie? Ah, shit, he's over.
Is he?
Yeah, I might have set that line a little too low.
Ah, well.
Where she goes.
Oh, yeah. You see everyone just trying to make moves up there. No one's letting off the throttle. Oh my
Oh,
god.
the 7 car just fucked.
That's Dustin Johnson. And that's unfortunate because he was looking in a really good spot there up until the end. I mean, he's running, what is that, maybe the fourth row back? I mean, he's looking at a good spot there up until the end, and he ends up, unfortunately, getting a 23rd place finish after that. Goes for a fucking tumble. Oh, no. Ooh. Just trouble getting the thing turned around. But go back live here. Your unofficial results show on screen right now. The win goes to Logan York, Freddie Bassinez in second place, Jared Haynes in third. That's going to be your podium. But I do want to go back one more time here and just take a look really fast at that photo finish we had.
Yeah, and while you do that, Luke, I'm gonna get Jared Haynes in here and get these interviews started.
Go ahead.
Hey, Jared, guys in the booth, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. I mean, that race was pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie. You started ninth off that last restart, and I'm gonna go out on a limb here and assume that you kind of saw a big incident coming there at the end. It seemed like the pattern of the race. So how were you able to avoid it and get into a podium position?
You kind of get a feel for what's gonna happen with who after driving with these
Yeah.
guys for a while. So I just paid attention to who was up there and who was probably gonna cause something, and just stuck my hood to Richard Elliott's bumper, but he ended up getting pushed up, so I had really no time to react and go up with him. So I just took the middle there.
Yeah, and whatever it was, it worked for you. Getting into a podium position there at the end seemed like throughout the race, all the way from the first lap through a lot of chaos. How were you able to avoid it? And did you get any damage throughout the race?
Yeah, I actually avoided, what was it, like 3 wrecks. And then the 4th wreck, I avoided everything, but then Kyler Wynn came down the track and I just had nowhere else to go, so I ended up having to use a fastie. But yeah, I'm good at avoidance, but sometimes you just get caught up.
Yeah, absolutely. And able to get it done out here, get a podium finish with MMS, and get some extra cash into your pocket going into the latter part of the weekend. Congratulations, Jared, and thanks for the interview. Anyone like to shout out before we get you out of here?
I appreciate it. Yeah, Jack Shack, we're we've been cashing a lot here lately, so we're up and coming. But other than that, just my wife for letting me race, family for watching, and y'all for putting on the broadcast, and the MMS for putting on the races. It's always a good time.
Hey, absolutely, 100% it is, and we appreciate you coming by and talking to us for a little bit, Jared. Congratulations.
Absolutely appreciate it.
That was Jared Haynes getting it done with a podium finish out here, making up 6 spots there on that last little restart. Um, Next up, we're gonna get our second place finisher in Freddie Bassinez, who was in our chat while he was pacing around. So, were you able to go back and take a look at that photo finish, Luke?
Yeah, and it was very close to say the least here. You want me to pull it up one more time for you?
Nah, it's all right. I'm
Alright.
I'm watching it right now.
Yeah, it was very close.
I'm gonna pull over Freddie and see what he has to say about it. Hey, Freddie, guys in the booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Hey, man, that race was that definitely something. We saw a lot of pacing out there. The pace car led the most laps, but you were up there in contention for the most laps led. Up there controlling through the latter half of that race, and it seemed like you were able to get in front of a lot of the issues there. And then obviously at the line, one of the closer finishes we've seen in the recent past. So you want to talk us through how that last restart went, first of all?
Yeah, I don't even remember how it started, but I know really just when me and Logan got linked up on the bottom, I knew I had a clean engine. Everybody else didn't, so I knew just to stay with him and hopefully push him out front and leave it to a race in the trial, which it happened. Not the way I intended it to happen, but still did. But then Haynes, he gave a great push to Richard Elliott, which, by the way, I feel pretty bad that the push I gave to Logan kind of shoved him out of line. So I'm sorry to him. I know that kind of killed his race, but yeah, once he was coming, I mean, I thought I was gonna be cooked, finally getting like a P3 or P4 finish, and so I was just gonna stay there with them, and then I tried to keep it, and then yeah, I just tried to I can't speak no more. I tried to give Logan a good push, and then I kind of got a little bit on the center, and then that got him loose. That sent Richard up the track. I know they went behind, but I don't think that should be on me. I mean, I don't know why it would be, but whatever. If it is, it is. I'm cool with it. And then so come to the line, I just couldn't really get that big of a run. So like even when I got it, wasn't that much. So I kind of had to take what I got and just couldn't get the low get the line.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just talked to Jared about it. It seemed like that was a race of cautions all the way from the first lap all the way through. I mean, I think we saw 8 cautions out there. How were you able to avoid the wrecks enough to keep yourself in a contending spot?
I mean, honestly, most of the wrecks were like in the back or just the only big wreck that was like up front where I was. It was the one where everybody was complaining about Elijah or something. And there I was on the bottom, so I got lucky. I was able to drive through it. But yeah, no, I mean, I really just had to stay up front. Like that's my goal for most of the races. Just be up front, stay up front. Most of the wrecks either happen mid pack or the back. So yeah.
Absolutely, and you're able to get it done out here. The cashing continues for you, getting a second place out here with MMS. So congratulations on that. We appreciate the interview, and anyone would like to shout out before we get you out of here?
Yeah, thanks to you guys for the broadcast. Thanks to Kenny for putting on the show and everybody in the McCullough family. Thanks to my teammates for tonight, Kylie and Nick. Uh, thanks for Ambrose for killing the top lane that one restart. That was hilarious. Um, that's about it.
All right, we appreciate it, Freddie. Congratulations.
All right, see you guys.
Yeah, that was Freddie Bassinez getting it done. I mean, just about as close as you can come to winning, but getting a second place nonetheless. Lastly, we're gonna get our race winner in here, Logan York. We know he had some problems early. Probably had to use that fast repair pretty early, and then locked in and got it done by less than 100th of a second. Hey, Logan, guys in the booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Hey, man, what a race! I mean, early on, I think we saw you get into some problems. I'd assume you had to take your fast repair there. So, you know, probably living on the edge a little bit there on those latter laps, but then, getting it done there on the last restart, pushed by Freddie, and then got him at the line by less than 100th of a second. You want to talk us through how that last restart went, first of all?
Yeah, fortunately, I didn't have to take my fast repair. I had no damage. I only had, that first wreck, I only had like a minute and 15 seconds of damage, so I wasn't really that worried about that. Yeah, that last restart, I knew the bottom lane was garbage, so I needed to get up as soon as I could. And yeah, I got up to that middle line, stayed there as long as I could. I didn't care if I was the lead pusher or if I was leading the line. It didn't really matter to me as long as the third line, as long as I didn't get buried more than that far back. Because once you're like third in line in the middle, you're kind of screwed. Because yeah, once that third lane comes, you literally can't go anywhere. But yeah, just stayed in front of Freddie at the end. Almost got hooked. I got a little loose and got up. It got me into Richard there a little bit. Fortunately, I think he's still cashed. I'm not sure how many people. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's still cashed and got $100. So good
Yep.
race for him. But yeah, yeah, just trying to stay where I could be and then come into the line. Just trying to force him to take as long of a route around me as I could. Kind of create some friction by getting up into the door a little bit so he can't pass me, and got it done.
Yeah, absolutely. And I gotta ask, how much emphasis do you put on putting yourself towards the front in these races where we see, most of the incidents happening towards the mid pack and destroying a lot of these guys' chances that just can't get in front of the wrecks?
Yeah, well, I don't know if you noticed this, but the people that always hang in the back are the same people. Like if you talk to someone. I guarantee you, if they say they're one of those people at super speedways that hang in the back and just wait for wrecks, I guarantee you they're the same kind of person that doesn't check up when there's a wreck and hits somebody. So yeah, if you're in the back, you have a high chance of getting ARCA braked, and that's kind of the reason I sit up front, because I don't know if you how often you like watch the race I'm in, but almost every time I'm in a wreck is because someone hits me from behind. So yeah, that's why I always like to be in the front.
Yeah, absolutely. And it seemed to work out tonight. You were able to get the checkered flag, get the win, and get some extra money going into tomorrow for some Sunday fun, maybe. Congratulations, Logan, on the win out here. Thanks for the interview. And anyone like to shout out before we get you out of here?
Yeah, I want to thank Team Ux for getting this win. Hell yeah. I want to thank Freddie for the push at the end. I want to thank everyone for the great racing. Everyone showing up and making a competition really fun. I want to thank you guys for broadcasting. I want to thank Ethan for working with me in a VC, even though he got trashed like 5 times that race. I believe, yeah, I want to thank the McCulloughs for putting this race on, and that's it.
All right, we appreciate it, Logan, and congratulations.
Of course, thanks, Kevin.
Thanks. That was Logan York, your race winner, getting it done and showing some excitement out here, Luke.
Yeah, and that was an exciting one, Kevin. You know I'm a big fan of Talladega, and that was quite the Talladega style finish, that's for sure.
Yeah, we got the whole super speedway experience out here, Luke. But
Yeah, no
I think that's
doubt.
gonna about do it for MMS tonight. Thankfully, we don't have 3 races tonight because I'm about tired than hell.
Yeah, you know, the multiple races last night and the full shift today at work, it did a number on me. So hopefully getting some good sleep tonight, and we're right back at it tomorrow with CMS, correct?
Absolutely, and it's Talladega night with CMS.
Oh boy.
Going green at 9:15 Eastern, and that is going to be a fun one. We got Ninth Gear Racing Team. It's going to be there, and it's official. I talked to our guy Noah. Check him out, Loveridge Paint Schemes, Loveridge Motorsports. He's going to have our paint scheme ready in time, so we're going to have a new Ninth Gear scheme out there at the Talladega race.
Yeah, definitely some exciting things to come out here for ninth gear, and some big things coming out here later this week, and a very exciting end of the race out there. Seeing it one more time before we get ready to go out of here. A very, very exciting one and a fun one as always with McCullough Motorsports. And this has been ninth gear as always. It was a pleasure broadcasting for you guys. Thanks to the drivers for putting on a good show. Thanks to the commissioners for putting it on, and